What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Noelle Janae. I'm a senior college student, music and worship major at Lee University. And if you do know me, hey, besties. Today, we're doing a reading wrap-up of the month of January, a currently reading books I'm taking into February, and a February TBR that I'm hoping to sink my little teeth into this month. So, in the month of January, in order to keep up with my Goodreads goal, I have to read at least 2.5 books a month to stay on target. I read 2 books in the month of January. Almost 2.5. It's more like 2.25. And we'll get into that. But the 2 books that I've read, one I finished reading in January and one I did read in January, are the last 2 books of the Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. And that would be A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. So I started this book the tail end of 2024 in December. It took me about a week and a half to finish, and I finished it in the very beginning of January, and this book took me 2 days to finish. 2 days to read. So, I gave this trilogy a 5 out of 5 stars. I gave this book like a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and this book I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. I have a video talking about this entire trilogy linked down below that I've already put out. So if you want to know my deeper thoughts on this, it's pretty chaotic. I still don't know how to do a good book review. But anyway, go check this out down below. So, the book that I have started reading in the month of January but haven't finished would be the Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the second book in the Inheritance Games series, and I'm almost halfway through. I'm on chapter 43, and there's 90 chapters in here. So this is taking me a little longer just because I'm in school, which actually in about 15 minutes I have to leave to go to work. So yes, I read the first book, The Inheritance Games, a couple years ago now. I read it in like 2 or 3 days. It was riveting, really fast page turner. This one's a little slower paced. We're kind of digging into more of the relationships, the games, the overall like vibes and feelings of our characters, the tension, all that fun stuff. So it's picking up now. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this in February. It's currently January 29th, so I may be able to make some headway into this, especially during my Sabbath. This is one of my Sabbath books that I read because I can't do any work. So, womp womp. But yeah, reading through this, hopefully I'll finish. Now, I have a couple of shorter books and then a couple of longer books that I want to just start reading. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the longer ones in February, but hopefully I'll be able to rip through the shorter ones. And the first one is C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. This is like the book for Christians other than the Bible, and I've never actually fully read it, and I want to dive more into C.S. Lewis's books. I've read all the Chronicles of Narnia. I have started my reread of those. The Magician's Nephew is my favorite book. But I want to dive more into his like Christian lifestyle books. I hate this cover. But it's the one that they had in my case when I bought it. So, we're dealing with it. But yes, I don't really know what this is about. Kind of going into it blind because when I tried to start reading this, I made it through like chapter 3. Okay. And that's it. So, hopefully we'll be rereading, restarting and finishing in February. The next one is Fan the Flame by Jim Cymbala. This is my signed copy of it. I got this at the Fan the Flame Leadership Conference at the Brooklyn Tabernacle Church in New York. The tagline is, "Let Jesus renew your calling and revive your church." So, it's short, but I feel like it's going to be dense. So, it may take me a little bit to get through this, but hopefully I'll finish it in the month of February. Now, a couple of books, longer books that I'm hoping to sink my teeth into. Starting in February. Don't know if I'll finish them in February. The first one is the sequel trilogy, the start of the sequel trilogy to the Shades of Magic series, and that is The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab. This is set 7 years, I believe, after the events of the Shades of Magic series. It follows a couple of new characters, but we also see Kel and Delilah and Reese and hopefully Alucard. And this is just a brand new story with some of our same characters, but also some brand new ones, so we'll see what happens. I'm very excited to dive into this. It's a very long book, so we'll see what happens. And lastly, this is not a textbook for any one of my classes. It has been a textbook in previous classes, and we've just read a couple of chapters, but I want to dive into Spark by Jeff Deyo, a comprehensive worship leadership handbook. The chapters that I have read from this are fascinating. They're wonderful. I really enjoy them. So I'm excited to just read through this entire thing. We're going to live, laugh, love in these conditions, okay? In the year of our Lord, 2025. So I'm excited to dive into this and just gain some more knowledge from Jeff Deyo. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about currently reading books for my classes. Because Jesus shirt available on Bonfire in the Follower Co. store. So some books that I'm reading for class right now. In my Ministry of Prayer class, we are going through How to Pray, A Guide for Normal People by Pete Greig. We're also going through this book in my college and career class at church. We're going straight through the book in that class, but we are hopping around a little bit in Ministry of Prayer. So that is a book that I am currently reading. I'm on chapter 3 and chapter 7. Yeah, I know. We're also reading Prayer by Timothy Keller in this class, and it is wonderful. I'm enjoying it a lot. We're also hopping around. And then in my 1st and 2nd Corinthians class, which is a 400 level Bible class that I did sign myself up for, even though I'm not a ministry major, I'm like a part-time ministry major because music and worship. But anyway, we are reading, our textbook is reading 1 Corinthians by Timothy Brookins. We are also reading his 1 Corinthians commentary, and the last 2 authors of the textbooks I don't remember, but we will also read a 2 Corinthians textbook and a commentary of 2 Corinthians, which will be on the screen because I own the books on Kindle. So that's how I'm reading this semester. And also in my oral skills class, yes, we're reading something in oral skills. Wild, I know. We are reading Lies My Music Teacher Told Me. I can't remember who wrote it, but of course I have it here. I do want to own my own copy, but it is out of print. So I got to figure out how to get my hands on it. But this is a really fascinating read. It gives not 6. I think there's like 10 lies in this book, and it talks about how a lot of our Western music has been lying to us, and literally we'll do discussions about it in class, and like my mind will be blown. It's crazy. It's wonderful. So those are all the books that I'm reading right now, school and otherwise. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like and subscribe. Let me know down below what books out of this list you've read, if there's any books you would recommend me reading this year, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, the Shades of Magic review is down below. I am working on editing a vlog from last week, I believe, about just life. I really want to do a week in the life, like what I eat in a week, because I am on the carnivore diet, and y'all seem to really enjoy that video when I talked about it. So probably more carnivore stuff coming out soon, but I need to remember to film. So that's where we're at. But don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My handle will be right here, and I will See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.